Hi, my name is Christine Ortega, and I'm pitching you Abe Sapien, The Deep. The top 5 expenditures are production design, special effects, visual effects, makeup department, and lighting. I picked these 5 expenditures because in my vision that I have, I wanted to create a live-action miniseries and to follow Guillermo del Toro's path of using visual, special effects, and makeup designs to create more realistic creatures in the story. Lighting and production designs also play a major key in the miniseries because lighting helps captivate the dark illustrations and mood that is to be used in the film. The approximate time would be around 1 month for the development process of coming up with a script of 6-episode miniseries of writing the screenplay, hiring key positions, and time frame of the final phases. Casting would take up to a week or 2 to make sure the actors fit properly with the characters. Pre-production would take 3 to 4 months to secure equipment and software that would be used in the film. Finding locations that would help bring the story to life is also a major key in the 3 to 4 months. Production would take up to 5 months to make sure visual and special effects are properly correlated to the visions of the director's choice. Post-production would be a month and a half to finalize and edit and to make sure there is any reshooting that needs to be done. What makes my project unique is that I start off with the outline of the story, creating posters, and correlate it to the main factors of how it plays out. For instance, I can say the story of how Abe Sapien would come to life is that Abe is a humanoid amphibious man discovered in a Washington, D.C. basement on November of 1978. Abe has been with the Bureau ever since as he endeavors to discover the truth about his identity, which is the original story, but we are going to go further in depth of how Abe became a part of the Bureau and what journey he took along with him. During the miniseries, it will feature Abe in all episodes, combating against the antagonists along with many new creatures he comes across in the path that is causing destruction in the Washington, D.C. area, in which the Bureau thinks Abe is a part of the mass destruction. After this pitch, I plan on taking all the criticism that I need to help reamp or to change what needs to be done in the arc of my series. The main requirement for my project is stunt coordination, because it would fit well with the story adaptation. For instance, there would be a lot of fight scenes, jumping off building to building, and deep water scenes. The type of fighting style that can be used is judo, jiu-jitsu, and MMA fighting. For instance, a movie that I currently have watched was John Wick, and the fighting style would fit really well with the story adaptation. Simon Kinberg would be the producer that would fit well in the film adaptation. He's produced many fantasy action films. For instance, he produced the X-Men universe, which was the biggest producing challenge that he has came across of in 2014. He also has produced many other films such as Sherlock Holmes, Ouija, Logan, and Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Guillermo del Toro is a director that I would still use. He brings fantasy to life with using the visual effects on creating many different realistic creatures in all his films, which includes extravagant sets, striking colors, and beautifully gothic costumes, in which it falls into the category of gothic horror thanks to its tense and unerring atmosphere that he brings. Staffing includes director of photography, first and second assistant camera, media management, still photographers, in which they are all preparing and operating the camera, setting up the monitors if there are no VTR video playback personnel, tracking footage, and managing film or digital media. Production designer, art director, art department, set decorator, and art PAs are all responsible for all the elements of scenery, including set decoration, scenic work, construction, costume designers, assistant costume designers, set costumers, and seamstresses are all designing and procurement of all costumes for principal talent and background, including aging, dyeing, and alterations. Wardrobe supervisors and set costumers are responsible for organizing costumes on set, as well as dressing actors and background of the day. Hair department, key hair department, makeup department, and special effects makeup, who are responsible for all on-screen talent, including simple prosthetics, hair extensions. If necessary, special effects makeup may be its own department as well. The software that would be used for visual effects is Filmora. Photoshop can be used to help make graphics, Final Cut Pro for editing, and Audacity can be used for the audio. The music composer that I've chose for this miniseries is Danny Elfman. I picked him because he incorporates eerie piano and soundtrack type of music in all his films that he works with. The productions that he has worked on is mainly with the director Tim Burton on various production pieces such as Sweeney Todd, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Elfman also provided the singing voice for Jack Skellington's Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas and the voices of both Beryl and the clown with the tearaway face in 1990. Elfman composed the iconic orchestra piece Ice Dance for the Tim Burton film Edward Scissorhands. The post-production facility that I've chosen was Mel Seat du Cinema, which is based in Montreal, Canada. The post-production facility can be used for video production. Recent credits include Warner Bros. 300, New Line's planned 2008 release of Journeys 3D, Paramount's The Spiderwick Chronicles, and Universal's The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. The type of animation that I would use is computer generation. I prefer this because it's based in live action production. In other words, CGI is used for visual effects because the quality is often higher and effects are more controllable than other more physically based processes, such as constructing miniatures for effects shots or hiring extras for crowd scenes, and because it allows the creation of images that would be not feasible using any other technology.